Okay, just doing a follow-up video with my replacement trainer here. And my previous trainer, the issue was worn bearings. So there's two bearings on this side behind this plate here. It wasn't what they said it was. It was not this drive pulley that had come loose. So this is a brand new unit. Just want to do some preventative maintenance here. And to maybe prolong the life of the bearing, I'm going to put some lubrication in the bearing there. So what I did was I took out the case, took off the case, unscrewed the dozen screws that are around here, and exposed the internals. And so what I did next was there was a zip tie tying the wire here. So just have to take a pair of wire cutters and snip that, and then undo these three Phillips screws. So once you undo these screws here, what it does is it makes this plate loose, and behind the plate there are the two bearings. And because those bearings are not sealed bearings but shielded bearings, what I'm going to do is try to drip some oil in there. So hopefully it'll prolong the life of this trainer. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see a little bit better. So if you rotate this plate around, there is the bearings down there. So what I'm going to do is just drip some oil in there, and it will get behind, and hopefully it'll flow into the bearings. And there is also on the opposite side, down in this magnetic flywheel, there's also a pair of bearings that are behind there. You know, to get this flywheel off, it's very tight, so I don't think I'm going to disassemble this to put it in there. What I'm going to do is just squirt some oil, turn it around the opposite way, and hopefully it'll drip in, because that is much more invasive to remove this flywheel. You got to undo the bolt. Got to be careful not to damage the power meter axle. Then you got to take off those three screws and then drip oil in there. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is just regular, I don't know what kind of oil this is. This is from, I'm not sure where this is from, but a lighter oil, and got this applicator that would drip. So I'm just going to drip it behind there. Let's lift the plate and try to get it in and behind there. So just squirt it around the best that I can, and hopefully it'll get in behind into the bearings, and it'll be lubricated, because that was the problem of that grinding noise. I couldn't take it apart my previous one, but it's likely that the bearings just got worn out. Okay. Just going to rotate this so the bearing can get that oil mixed up in there. Hopefully that would help. I've heard from other owners that had worn bearings, it was there's a pair on this side, and then there's a pair also on that side, and it was the outer bearing that had worn. So I can't get oil into the second set that's behind there, but at least I'll get some into this one here. I just let it sit and let gravity pull it in. So that other side, I'll just try to get this into there, put some oil, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult for that oil to seep in without taking that flywheel off. Anyways, that's the update. Hopefully you guys will have better luck with yours and get your trainer to last a little bit longer. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. So just to follow up on oiling the opposite side of the trainer. So what I did was I took a syringe and I just filled it with just a light 3-in-1 oil. And then I took a WD-40, this kind of spray tip. I cut a piece of it. I put it at the end of the syringe and I bent it. And you have to get in and behind that bearing to get oil into it. So this is what I did with the trainer. So you just have to take the housing off, and I flipped it over on its side. So once you flip it over on its side, I went in under. So the cover's on it now, but basically I go in, insert, and put it behind the bearing, and then inject some lubricant behind it. So the result is a really quiet and smooth running trainer. So I'd recommend you guys to do that if you want to extend the length of the bearing, and hopefully you can get more out of your trainer. Anyways, that's it.